Harry Potter is one of my all-time favorite series. I've been a Potterhead since 2019, and this video was something I've been planning to do for a long time. Finally, here it is. I'll be ranking the Harry Potter books from my least favorite to my most favorite. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting from number 7 is the Philosopher's Stone, aka the first book. So basically this book follows our main character Harry Potter, whose parents were killed by Lord Voldemort. Voldemort tried to kill Harry, but the spell rebounded, and Harry survived with a scar on his forehead. Harry is then placed to the Dursleys, his only living relatives, and is badly treated for 11 years until his Hogwarts letter arrives. The rest is an adventure with his two friends, Ron and Hermione. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy this book, and this was the one that introduced me to the wizarding world, but it is my least favorite in the series. I'm the kind of Potterhead who loves the darker books rather than the light ones, and if you compare the Sorcerer's Stone to the rest of the books, the Sorcerer's Stone is the lightest. So again, this is my least favorite book. Number 6 is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I know this sounds controversial to most fans because I hear a lot of Potterheads saying that this was their favorite book out of the 7. Like the Philosopher's Stone, this was a fun read, added with Remus, Lupin, and Sirius Black, two characters I love. In this book, Sirius Black, a falsely accused man for murder, escaped the wizarding jail called Azkaban. He was also accused for betraying Lily and James Potter, Harry's parents, to Voldemort. Now, it is said that he escaped to get Harry. The only thing about this book that I didn't like was the Golden Trio arguing, Ron and Hermione mostly. The two of them kept arguing about Crookshanks, Hermione's cat, and Ron's pet rat, Scabbers. At first I was okay with the fighting because they made up in the end, but after making up, they just started fighting all over again. What added up was when the fireball came and both Harry and Ron ghosted Hermione because Hermione thinks Sirius Black gave it. Despite that, like all the Harry Potter books, I enjoyed reading it. This book was quite different because it didn't focus around Lord Voldemort. Instead, it focused on the Marauders, a group of friends of Harry's dad during their year at Hogwarts. Number 5 is The Chamber of Secrets. Again, this is controversial to most fans because I hear that a lot of Potterheads say that this was their least favorite book. I'm actually surprised about this because I really love Chamber of Secrets. I remember binge reading this a lot because I couldn't put it down. Well, actually each Harry Potter book has that characteristic, but Chamber of Secrets for me has this distinct memory of me reading it for hours. People say that it was the slow pacing that made them not like this book, but for me, this pacing was just right, and I wouldn't have binge read this if there was issues with the pacing. In this book, Harry enters his second year of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and there are mysterious attacks happening around the school. It later turns out that the creature of the Chamber of Secrets is the one making the attacks. Now, it's up to Harry, Ron, and Hermione to figure things out and save the day. Number 4 is The Goblet of Fire. The Goblet of Fire is the second thickest book in the series, with 37 chapters and 759 pages. In this book, Hogwarts will play in the Triwizard Tournament along with other schools called Beauxbatons and Durmstrang. In order to enter the competition, you should be at least 17, and you should place your name in the Goblet of Fire. Things go weird when Harry's name is placed in the goblet, and he is now forced to play in the tournament. Like all the books, I really enjoyed reading this, and this book was the one that made the series darker because of Lord Voldemort's return. I think this was the book that changed and developed Harry for the upcoming books. Changed in both positive and negative ways. For the positive side, Harry learns more spells like Accio, Stupefy, Reducto, and a lot more. On the negative side, Harry experienced trauma because of this tournament, and I'm not gonna say what specifically made him have trauma because it will give out some spoilers. But I will say that it affected Harry a lot, and it is seen in the next book, Order of the Phoenix. Like Prisoner of Azkaban, this was a different book compared to the others because of the tournament, there was no Quidditch matches at Hogwarts, and the presence of the other schools. Number 3 is The Half-Blood Prince. Like Prisoner of Azkaban, this was voted as the best Harry Potter book, but for me, Half-Blood Prince is at my top 3. This book opens to Harry's 6th year at Hogwarts, and Harry finds an old textbook owned by a person named the Half-Blood Prince. Like the Chamber of Secrets, I found this book fast-paced and I read it for hours. The main reason why I love this book is because we were given a backstory of Voldemort, which I've been dying to get. From the start of the first book, I wanted some info about him, like who his parents were, why did he turn evil, why is he still alive, and a lot more. Half-Blood Prince was able to give me all that information, and it made me see Voldemort's true personality and how he rose to power. This book also has quite a cliffhanger that made me want to read the next book, The Deathly Hallows. The ending was shocking, and of course I'm not gonna say it because of spoilers, but it was something I never expected at all. Number 2 is The Order of the Phoenix. Like Chamber of Secrets, it was said to be the fans' least favorite book, but in my opinion, it's the second best book in the series. Here, Harry enters his 5th year at Hogwarts, and this was the book after the events of the Goblet of Fire. And like I said earlier, Harry experienced some serious trauma from the tournament, and it is really described in this book. Some Potterheads didn't like it because, for them, Harry was moody and angry throughout the book. I have to admit I did feel that myself, and there were times that I wanted to tell Harry to just relax and just stop yelling at his friends. However, I overall enjoyed the book because of a lot of things. 1. We get to meet Luna Lovegood, one of my most favorite characters in the series. 2. We get to meet other characters through Harry's organization called Dumbledore's Army, or the DA. Personally, the times when Harry was teaching the DA were my favorite parts in the book. 3. The Voldemort vs. Dumbledore duel in the Ministry of Magic. This part is different from the movie adaptation. In the books, it was epic, and don't get me wrong, I loved the duel scene in the movies, but I just prefer the book version. Number 4 is the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, and number 5 is the fact that we got to understand the main reason why Voldemort killed the Potters at Godric's Hollow. And finally, my most favorite Harry Potter book is The Deathly Hallows, the 7th and final installment in the series. In this book, we follow the trio as they hunt down Voldemort's Horcruxes. Unlike the past books, the trio does not enter their year at Hogwarts. Instead, they drop out of it and try to destroy the Horcruxes. Out of the 7 books, The Deathly Hallows, in my opinion, is the darkest book in the series. Not only is it the final battle between Voldemort and Harry, but it is also when things become grim, deadly, and breathtakingly suspenseful. This is the book where a lot of characters died, and the main reason why I love this book is because of the satisfying conclusion it gives us. This was the book that closed all the questions, especially Snape's. I remember crying a lot when I read about Snape's true past. I'm not going to explain more because of spoilers, but I had to say that chapter was one of the biggest plot twists I've ever read, and it made me see Snape in a completely new light. Aside from that, Deathly Hallows was the book that showed us what love meant and how it's the most powerful thing in the world, along with friendship and bravery. After finishing it, the book gave me a bittersweet feeling. It made me feel both happy and sad because I was satisfied and upset that the series ended. How about you? How would you rank the Harry Potter books? Let me know in the comments down below.